get super panicked that I'm gonna miss my flight, so I got here like 2 hours early, but it really only took me about 20 minutes to get through check-in and security.
The seats were really comfortable, and as someone who flies often and usually has an achy back afterwards, I was pleasantly surprised.
Hey there, my name is Brooke Houghton and I'm a staff writer here at Narcity, and today I'm going to be taking you guys along the ride with me from my flight to Calgary all the way back to Toronto on one of Canada's newest airlines, Canada Jetlines, and together we're going to be ranking it out of 5 against 5 categories. First, from the initial booking experience of the flight, to check-in and boarding, to the seats, to food and drink, and finally to service and entertainment. So let's go catch this flight.
The booking process was super simple. I went online to their site, filled in my preferred days, showed my preferred level between Jet Light, Jet Plus, Jet Flex, and Jetlines. Each option ranges in price and perks, such as pre-selecting your seat or getting a free checked bag. But since I was only traveling with a carry-on, I chose the cheapest option, Jet Light, which is pretty bare bones. So if you are traveling with a bag or two, you'll definitely want to upgrade. But overall, I'd give the booking experience a 5 out of 5. I got to the Calgary Airport 2 hours early before my flight and headed over to the Jetlines counter, and I was checked in within a few minutes. The person helping me even gave me a choice between a window and an aisle seat, and I didn't even choose to pre-select my seat, so I thought this was a super nice perk that I really wasn't expecting. After that, I breezed through security, and I had some major time to kill, so I grabbed a Starbucks and waited at my gate.
I always get super panicked that I'm gonna miss my flight, so I got here like 2 hours early, but it really only took me about 20 minutes to get through check-in and security. So now I'm just waiting by my gate to board, but I have like 40 minutes, so I just finished my little Starbucks and a snack, and now I think I'm just gonna read and chill out. I'll see you guys when I board.
Boarding happened on time and in no time. I was on the plane in about 5 minutes flat, so given the efficiency and the customer service I got, the check-in and boarding experience was definitely a 5 out of 5. When I got to my seat, I was actually assigned an aisle seat, although I'd previously asked for a window, so I just asked one of the crew members if there were any window seats available, and they were so accommodating and so kind. I honestly cannot speak more highly of them. They moved me to an empty row, which was pretty sweet. The seats were really comfortable, and as someone who flies often and usually has an achy back afterwards, I was pleasantly surprised. They were wide and had a good amount of legroom so I could stretch out without having to recline my seat. The only thing was that they were more firm than cushioned, so if you prefer a softer seat, you may not love them as much as I did, and for that reason, I'd give them a 4.5 out of 5. The food and drink menu was also pretty on point. The crew came around twice with complimentary coffee, tea, water, juices, and the works, and they had a pretty good selection of alcoholic beverages too for anyone looking to splurge for a little flight cocktail hour. I just grabbed a water and tea when they both came around both times, and they also stopped midway through their flight just to bring water for anybody that wanted a refill, which I thought was just a really nice touch. There are also several meal and snack options offered for purchase, which is pretty great for a budget-friendly airline.
Awesome, thank you so much. Thank you.
But ideally, I would have wanted at least one complimentary snack for food, so I'd give them a 4 out of 5. The entertainment on board wasn't perfect, but for a value airline, it was pretty great. The seats didn't have a TV console, but there was a QR code you could scan with your phone or a personal device to access Jetlines Entertainment Center, to stream movies, watch TV shows, check out the map, or play games. The movie selection wasn't massive, but it did have a good variety of categories. Service on board, on the other hand, was absolutely fantastic, and the flight attendants really went above and beyond to make sure everyone was taken care of. So for that reason, I'd give entertainment and service a 4 out of 5.
Back in Toronto, and Canada Jetlines for me is getting a 22.5 out of 25 or a 4.5 out of 5. I genuinely was really surprised by this airline. Going in, I'd pretty much only flown Air Canada or WestJet around Canada, and specifically when I'm going to Calgary to visit my family, I pretty much always fly Air Canada. So for me, I always kind of assume that if you're going with a lower cost airline or a value-based airline, that you're gonna kind of give up a little bit of value for that lower price you're getting. But for $157 to go from Calgary to Toronto, I definitely got everything I paid for and more. It was basically the same experience I would expect on a well-established airline, but just slightly scaled back in certain circumstances. Like the menu, maybe you don't have as wide a variety of food options, or maybe for movies, the catalog isn't as long, but everything else was pretty much on par or better. My seat was so comfortable, I absolutely loved it. The service was great, check-in was easy, boarding was great, booking online was booking anything else. It was super quick and easy, and I had my ticket under 5 minutes flat. So really the experience was absolutely worth it for me, and I didn't really see where the cost was cut because the value I was getting matched on par with other airlines that I've been on. So for me, I'll definitely be flying Canada Jetlines again. Let me know in the comments if you guys have flown them or if you plan to in the future. For Narcity, I'm Brooke Houghton.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our Narcity channel to see more content just like this.